color red and color yellow. There was a big match at the National Stadium today. The Water Cup champion, Glenmuir and CC, and Glenmuir come out 3-2's winner. It has been a while. CC have not lost a game. But today, CC lose their first game in a year or so. Now, next week Saturday, again, color red and color yellow will go at it again for the DaCosta Cup champion. Now, those two schools are from Clarendon, and those two schools dominate schoolboy football for the 2023. Now, why am I here talking about football? Well, it's because of this. Someone on YouTube, every week that person keeps saying that rural football final should not play at the National Stadium. And Anchor is saying to that person, you are talking nonsense. Why are he talking nonsense? Well, every football final, schoolboy final, should play at the National Stadium. Every football final should play at the National Stadium. You know why? Every single school who are involved in the Manning Cup and DaCosta Cup and Oliver Shield, all of those schoolboys, their dream is to play at the National Stadium. Now let me ask you a question. When those schoolboys finish playing schoolboy football, how much of those boys will the Jamaica Reggae Boys team call up? How much of those schoolboy football would the Jamaica team call up? Very few, don't it? One or two. So when those schoolboy football youths saying to us that they want to fulfill their dream of playing at the National Stadium, you allow them that dream. One of the players on Glenmuir High in an interview says that his dream is to play at the National Stadium. And guess what? His dream was fulfilled today. And his dream is going to fulfill next week. You know why? Because he get to play in the National Stadium. Do you know how many thousands of schoolboy football, many of those boys who play football from how much years up until this point have not played at the National Stadium? And that have changed. And I hope Issa change that. I hope Issa play every single final at the National Stadium. Every single final at the National Stadium. You understand? We don't want to go to states. Our youths, our schoolboy football youths, them no dream to play at states. Them no dream to play at no other place. Their dream is to play at the National Stadium. So when they reach finals, any school in Jamaica who reach finals, they should allow the privilege of playing in the office. Yeah, the National Stadium is what they call office. And guess what? A couple years ago, 6 years ago, the Reggae Boys was playing USA at the National Stadium. And about four players from the Reggae Boys team was playing in the stadium at a real match for the first time. Now, that should never be the case. So you're saying to me, those 4 players are going to play at the National Stadium for the first time, the same amount of time that the visiting team are play at the stadium? Should never be the case. You cannot play in the office for the first time while other opponents are play for the first time. No, it's the office. Therefore, the workers have to know the office more than outside people. Not true. If a man visit your office, you have to know the office more than your visitor, don't it? Exactly. But what has been happening over the years, that our player who play for the Reggae Boys, them don't know the office. No, because you people, Issa and you people avoid those youths from playing at the National Stadium at finals. So I am happy that the Dakar Cup final and the Water Cup champion is playing at the National Stadium. You understand? And the Manning Cup. You understand? Rural and urban football, all the finals must play at the National Stadium. And stop sending the boys them to play final at states. What is states? No youth, no inspired to play final at states. Every single boy, you interview every single schoolboy football. Interview them and ask them where would they prefer to play the final. And everyone will tell you at states. But some of you people who love to lob off your mouth and talk off your mouth and not talk about say Dakar Cup football final play a town and how a rural thing this and you carry country going a town. Oh no, go away. Go away. But country come a town. The boys in the rural area want to play at the office. Let them play at the office. You understand? And why I made this video is because we come across one man on YouTube who's a Jamaican who are blabbing off his mouth about rural football final shouldn't play at National Stadium, they should play at states or play at this park here, Derek Park in Montego Bay. Go away. Go away. We the people who are watching the game wouldn't mind, would love to go to the National Stadium. And a matter of fact, look at today match between color red and yellow. CC. Look at the stadium. Look at the stadium. Look at the amount of people in the stadium. You understand? So stop kill the boys' dreams. Stop kill schoolboy football dreams. Because every single boy that kick that ball, their aspiration, their goal is to play at the National Stadium. You understand? Just imagine how those boys feel today. Clarendon College and Glenmuir. Just imagine how those boys, how they feel kicking the ball and the National Stadium field. Just imagine the feeling inside them, a feeling of accomplishment. And you want to take away that from the boys? You want to send the boys to play at states, at Derek Park? Eh? You want to send the boys to play their finals on regular football pitch? Eh? States don't have no good lighting. Derek Park don't have no good lighting neither. The National Stadium is where every final must play. Every single one. And I appreciate that change from Issa. And Issa, don't go back. Don't change your mind. Every final should play at the stadium. Not Sabina Park, not Arnett Garden Field or Tivoli Garden Field. No, them no one go those field. Yes, they can play their semi-final at States or Derek Park or at Arnett Garden Football Field. But when it comes to final, the big game, where the youths play their guts out far, where they play their heart out far, they should play at the office. The office is where you have the youths them, the 17, 15-year-old, the 18-year-old. The office is where you have them play their final. Let them get used to the office. Do you know why Jamaica football team, the Reggae Boys, lose so much game at the office? Me, I got challenging now. Do you know why the Jamaica football team or the Reggae Boys lose game at the office? It's because them don't know the office. Look at Jamaica football team. Look at the Reggae Boys. You see anybody in that team who know the office? No. Those players, many of those players are overseas. The coach picked them from overseas. Very few local footballers we have in the Reggae Boys team. Right? So when you are telling me, say, when you come on YouTube, I tell the public, say, rural football, Dakasa Cup final shouldn't play at the national stadium because country people don't want to come to town. You are feisty in saying that. You know why? How else would those boys play at the national stadium? Answer that question. If those boys doesn't play a Manning Cup and Lakasa Cup and Water Champion Cup at the national stadium, how else would they play at the national stadium? Under which channel? CC and Glenmure and Mona and Hydel are the 4 top schools in Jamaica right now. Right? 4 schools. Glenmure, CC, Hydel, and Mona are the 4 top schools in Jamaica right now. Right? And may I ask a question? How much of those players will be injected into the Reggae Boys team? How much of those players would be injected in the Reggae Boys team to play at the national stadium? Me I tell you, say, none. None of them. Based on what the coach says, the coach say him not look for nobody new right now. Him have the team we're going to work with. So those boys would have to wait one long time. And plus, if I feed them last year of school this, when the school year done, maybe those school boys get last in the system. Then go to what you call it now? Our league in Jamaica. You understand? So you have to open doors for those boys. If they have one dream, and that dream is to play at the national stadium, you let them have that dream. And stop the boys them dream. Just imagine, you as a big man, sit down on YouTube, I tell Jamaica public, say, it's a wrong to play Water Cup champion and Dakasa Cup champion at the national stadium. So in other words, you are saying to us, you are saying to the rural youths, you're not ready to play at the national stadium. You're not ready. Go and play at States and Montego Bay. But you're not ready to play at the stadium. That's what you are saying to the boys, you know? The boys them, you know? The boys them want to play at this national stadium. Just imagine Glenmure, CC, Magra, Frome, Jamaica College, you understand? Mona, Hydel, and the next one. Remember the one the name, you know? Remember the name. They are going to play their finals at the national stadium. Just imagine how those boys feel when them on that field of play and they hear the roaring in the stand. Eh? And at that you a try stop. You a try stop that Dakasa Cup final playing at the national stadium. You a try stop that? Eh? Nah, man. Make sure say today you shame. Today you shame. Because when you watch your TV, because I know say you don't go to the match, you know. Me know say you don't go to the match. Because based on how you chat, you have not gone to the match. But me know say you watch it on TV. Look at the crowd. Look at the temper. Look at the greatness of the field. Look how the boys excited. Look how them happy. Because they are playing at the national stadium. And could I tell you this? Me watch almost all of Glenmure games. And me watch all of Clarendon College game. Me watch almost all of those games. And today, is the best game the two of them play. Today is the best the two of them ever play. Because the feel, the atmosphere, the people, the roaring. Because the stadium were packed with Glenmuir and CC. You understand? Those are two top teams. And you want a two top team not to play at the National Stadium. So from now on, Issa, Anchor. Anchor love sport, Anchor love road code. You understand? Anything to do with things that's sensible, Anchor involved. When you put the final at the National Stadium, that's the only good move I've seen you done this year. Because I cuss you out for certain things. When you put the final at the National Stadium, I was in agreement with that because me talk to some of the schoolboy football. When I attend the matches, I go to the fence and I say, "Wow, go on." And their inspiration is to play at the National Stadium. You understand? Issa, this is a warning to you now. When you come to Clarendon School, Clarendon have a lot of school in the Doncaster Cup and the Ben Francis Cup. You understand? When two Clarendon schools play together, for example, Glenmuir and CC play together and CC win 2-1. And where do they play that match? In Manchester. Cut it out. Cut it out. When two schools playing each other from the same parish, you keep them in the parish. You understand? Because when BB Cook play against Monroe or States, they play in the parish. Not true. When Manchester play against Christian or whoever school up there, they play in the parish. Not true. Why is it that when two Clarendon team meet up, you have them run up and down the place? You know how it hurt me? A matter of fact, I'm going to use now and talk about that. You know how it hurt me last year? When you bring Edwin Allen and Glenmuir go play the Ben Francis Cup final at States. And then you play Central High and Clarendon College at States. You play two finals with four Clarendon side in St. Elizabeth. Fire for you. Fire for you. If I'm them there, if I'm last year, I have my eye on Issa. That because the States principal, me say, big in Issa, and them slackness they ain't going with. We don't want to play no final at States, and we don't want to play Clarendon team at States. The only way Clarendon team must play at States is when they play against States or BB Cook or Monroe or anybody. But when two Clarendon team meet, Clarendon will want it. Unless it's the final. Let me say, unless it's the final. When it comes to final, we don't want to play in Clarendon. We want to play the final at the National Stadium. You know why? Not because we, the Clarendon people, want to watch the match in Clarendon. No. Because we want the youths to reach their goal. We want to fulfill the youth's goal. By what? Playing finals at the National Stadium. So from today, December the 2, 2023, is where we start keep every single finals at the National Stadium. Unless the Reggae Boys have a match on the same day, we go some other places. But if the slot is clear, if the way is clear, all final must play at the National Stadium. So Anchor a lobby for the youths. The youths who work hard and get to final must fulfill their dream of playing at the national stadium. And tonight is the evidence that show you that anywhere final day, their team, their parish will follow. So I don't want to hear no more nonsense from people who don't understand football, from people who are selfish about rural schoolboy should not play final of states. Talk for yourself. But talk to yourself, and talk to your family, and talk to your workers them about that. You understand? But you know what talk for youth? Any schoolboy you tell you say them don't want to play a national stadium? Any schoolboy youths ever tell you say them don't want to play at the national stadium? Answer me. Yeah. Me I talk to you, the man, me not remember your name now, who spent the whole of last week across Issa, but Issa bring final at national stadium. Me I talk to you. Any one of the schoolboy youth ever come to you or come on your program and tell you say them don't want to play at the national stadium? Every schoolboy, every single one, wants to play at the national stadium. Every final, Issa, no go tell me say because no feel not ready. Why you go? Why you play at a stadium? May I tell you this? I mean I tell you this for the youths them, because Issa only don't know the youths them, only put on event and attend in no tie. Only don't know the youths in the street. Those youths have a goal to play at the national stadium. And when they finish schoolboy football, many of them get lost in the system because on a boss, on a reggae boy boss, no call up local boys to play in the reggae boy team. One or two of them play on the reggae boys team. So our schoolboy football, our great footballers, our young minds, we the people have to give them their dreams of making them play at the stadium. Because then we done football, then we graduate from school as a top player. And the reggae boys, them, we rather go search the whole of England, dig up whole of team of England, and a big man over there to come play for reggae boys. Not true? Yeah, man. Me say reggae boys. Me hear say reggae boys team, the big shot them, a run down people who no born in Jamaica, who only have little family genes in Jamaica. I run them down to get them to play out there. So, and we have baller out here. Big baller. You understand? You have a little boy with them call Walker. Him play for CC about 2 years ago. Walker called up to the reggae boys team. And all them give Walker I want 5 minutes and 10 minutes for the team. Now and again. How you think a player with such talent can use 5 or 10 minutes to prove themselves? Make the man start or make the man come on in the 70 minutes of the game. So you have 20 minutes to just doing things. But reggae boys don't believe. Reggae boys selector don't believe in the youths. No, man. Do the maths. Do the maths. Last year, Dakasta Cup and Manning Cup champion. Look and tell me who is in the reggae boys team. If I not even if say them are going to play in the reggae boys, but look who they have in the camp. Do they have anybody in the camp? Look at Whisper. Whisper, star last year. Whisper, star last year. And before the reggae boys say, Whisper, come. Whisper have literally go a firing first, it seems. We hear the Chelsea send to Whisper. Chelsea buy a Whisper. Before the game done, Chelsea spot Whisper. And we have full lazy man them. They don't want to look on local players. Because even the coach we didn't have out there, so it don't look like nobody will want business about local players. Because when me I watch Premier League you call it? Yeah. Jamaica Premier League. When me I watch it, when me go to the fence and I watch it, me not see nobody from reggae boys there. When I watch TV and you run the camera in a stand, I don't see nobody from Reggae Boys team there. Because that white man they stop look. That the white man they stop look players in Jamaica. All know with the schoolboy football are going. That a man they supposed to go on all a final, yeah? Him supposed to be at the final. And I look at a boy called Dixon from CC. You understand? Dixon from CC is a busybody player. You understand? Busybody player. But them no business. So guess what? Our Reggae Boys team, you see? Them prefer to go look man over England man they want. Who no have no heart for Jamaica. Notice how the man them play my time. Them no play with that heart. Yes, they win Canada last week. Understand? And a Jamaica born player win the game there. Jamaica born player. A Jamaica him born and live and come from ghetto. Him play good. But more want the Reggae Boys them, you see? If you spend more time, give the boys them hope. Give the schoolboy and the Premier League, the Jamaica Football League, give them something. Every year, the man them play out their heart. The man them play their heart every year. I'm not hear any of them get called up for the Reggae Boys. One or two. You understand? And we have so much club in Jamaica. About 8 or 10 clubs in Jamaica who are play high level football. I mean, you see the Reggae Boys head them. I look at players as just score to play because I believe that in an interview, if I'm not wrong, that I think the Reggae Boy coach used a statement. They are not looking right now. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think me here you use the word we are not looking right now. We have a good set of players that we are work with. Yo, look here. You see a good coach? A good coach have one eye open at all time. A good coach will always look around. And that's why I respect Rene Simons so much, you know. Yeah, man. Rene Simons was at almost all of the big clash them in Jamaica football. Him go look upon them. Remember Annette Garden and Tivoli Garden a play. Rene Simons was there. You understand? Yeah. Some big game I play Harbour View. I play against Waterhouse. And it's like there's a certain player that name a call in Jamaica and Rene Simons go watch that specific player. Whether he's a midfielder, a defender, or a forward. That's how you do things, Reggae Boys coach. I don't know your name. You understand? Because right now, Jamaica people don't feel you that much yet. Because you know, interact with the Jamaica people all now. You need to come off your high horse and put your ass at some of these local football games and look at the youths. Look at the youths and groom them, call them and talk to them and say, look here. Take your education seriously. Look at yourself. Keep going. You understand? Keep going. But you know business, brother. All you want is to go overseas, go look baller. You understand? Baller who no never play upon Jamaica style before get game in a Reggae Boys team. A man out here kill themselves. Kill themselves can get no game. A man play 4 years of schoolboy football. Left schoolboy football and go Jamaica Premier League and play 4 more years and still not get no call from the Reggae Boys. Not even to come at a training session. Not even to come and say, look here, visit me at the National Stadium Sunday 5 o'clock. We're going to do a routine practice. You invite 1 or 2 players. Let them feel what I go on. Teach you use them. And so you teach football. You not call them to complain. You ask me, I invite you to a practice session. And you bring 1 or 2 players. 2 from Clarendon College. 2 from Glenmuir. 2 from Jamaica College. 2 from Mona. 2 from Hydel. 2 from Frome. 2 from Mabra. Those champions. You bring 2 players and say, come here. We're going to train at the Stadium East tomorrow. You understand? Can you come? Come now. And you get 2 hours for them sit down and watch what go on. But because Jamaica football and have no vision, you don't have no vision in football, you don't know how to train. Brother, you have to train people. You have to train. You understand? An old dog is harder to train than a puppy. You understand? Puppy catch the thing easier. You understand? So when the big dogs are trained, you invite 2 puppy to come look what go on. In other words, when the big dog get old, you have the puppy to come in and guard possession. Simple, no? Simple. But the reggae boys ain't nothing with training. The reggae boys just go firing, call 4 players. And they call 4 from this Haberview, 4 from Undergarden, 4, and they start train those. So you only train people who are way up in age. But the 17-year-old, the 18-year-old, call them and say, let me teach you something. You understand? Tomorrow we're going to do some training. Come. Brother. Not win no championship, so. Yeah? Training. You see, Mount Pleasant football field, or Mount Pleasant, the group of players at Mount Pleasant and their corporation, the group is better than the reggae boys. Correct me if I'm wrong. The group at Mount Pleasant Football Club, that club is better than the reggae boys football club. Better. You understand? Because them man, they see the potential in a little youths and bring them in and train them. Look at the quality of football Mount Pleasant play. When I'm looking at Mount Pleasant football team and play, it like me I watch Premier League. Me I watch man like Mbappe them a play and Messi them a play. The quality of football them man they play. Them well organized. And reggae boys need to take a picture from the Mount Pleasant Academy. You understand? And the reggae boys coach, the Jamaica people now feel you. Because we don't know you. You understand? We don't know you. We only here to get appointment, we don't know you. We not feel you. We not see you on the street, we not see you. You understand? I am saying to you now, stop train big man everything. Call up 1 or 2 of those youths and train them. We are not saying to you that bring them in the reggae boys team. Invite 1 or 2 of them to a practice session. Me not saying nothing wrong. I'm not saying nothing wrong, you know. I'm saying to you, invite 2 of those boys for a practice session. So you're going to practice today in Jamaica. You say, come CC, send me 4 players, 2 defender and 2 forward. Then come, you practice with you. In next month now, you say, Glenn Muir, send me 2 players, 2 midfielder, 2 centre back. Yeah. And the next year you say, Mona, Heidel, JC, Kingston College, States, BB Cook. Yeah, man. That's what you call training. And that's why Jamaica football team not going nowhere, because we don't do gradual training. So back to number 1 now. Should the Dakar Soccer final and the Water Cup champion final play at the stadium? The answer is yes. Every single final must be played at the National Stadium. CC, Glenmuir, and next game again is next week Saturday evening, and that's gonna be cracker, because CC do not lose a game in a year and a half. Understand? And me never see CC lose 2 games back to back yet. But look like Glenmuir out to broke the spell there. So let's see. CC Glenmuir clash next week Saturday at the National Stadium. And remember, they clash today at the Water Cup champion, and Glenmuir defeated Clarendon 3-2. But CC, we know say, yeah, come back.